What is up, y'all? Welcome back. Welcome back. Tonight, we found a video of a young lady who was giving some marriage advice, actually, not just dating advice, marriage advice. Her friend came to her and said that her husband keeps looking at other women. He has a wandering eye, as they say, right? So she's giving her advice on why this is happening and what she can do to stop it. So I want to play the video for you guys, and then I want to talk about it afterwards. So you know the vibes. Without further ado, let's go.
What do you do if your husband has a wandering eye? Somebody asked me that, and unfortunately she was not ready for my answer. So I want to share it here because maybe somebody else is struggling with the same thing. So first of all, I don't give unsolicited advice. Like, she asked me. So I said, well, what do you look like when y'all are out together? And what are you doing like with your appearance at home? Now, this is a touchy subject because I've had some women tell me, oh my gosh, women can't even be ugly at home. Why do you want to be ugly and purposely unattractive? I understand being comfy. I understand like, oh, I'm home. I want to be relaxed. I want to feel good. But you do not have to equate comfort with ugliness and unattractiveness. They don't have to be the same.
I agree with that statement. Being ugly and being comfortable don't have to be in the same sentence. That doesn't have to mix. I go out all the time and I'm comfortable and I don't feel ugly. Like, this is, those two don't conflate. So I definitely agree with that.
Same thing. Even when it comes to your clothes outside the house, I know people are like, I wear sweatpants because it's comfy. So is a nice pair of trousers. So is a nice 100% cotton t-shirt. Like, we don't have to wear sweatpants and have our hair looking crazy and have crust in our eyes to be comfortable. We can be comfortable and cute. And so when I asked her this, she was like, well, why should I have to do all of that? I shouldn't have to do all of that. He married me, didn't he? And that's the problem that most of us have as married women. We get married and then we like, whatever, we're married. I ain't got to do too much. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Because I can say, and the reason that I asked her this first is because I was trying to figure out, okay, well, if you're doing your part, if you're showing up, you looking good, you smelling good, all the things, and he still has a wandering eye, girl, that man got a problem with lust, right? And I'm not saying people are going to look at things that are appealing. You, even as a woman, might find a man attractive and you might glance. But I'm saying if your husband is constantly looking around at whatever's passing by and you are visually appealing and you are showing up, he probably got a lust problem. And you don't, I mean, that's not your issue. You got to pray for him. He got to take that to the Lord. He got to deal with that on his own. But sometimes it's not that he has a lust issue. Sometimes it's that you're not giving him much to look at. And this is...
Can we just stop and say something like, lust is a natural thing? Like, that's just a natural thing ingrained in our bodies. Like, can we just admit that for a second, please? Jesus Christ.
We don't want to hear this. We don't, because we want to hear that he loves us as we are. He does love you. He loves you as you are. That's why he's still with you. He loves you. He cares about you. Is he attracted to you though? Because a lot of times we think that because somebody loves us, they have to be attracted to us. No, you can love somebody and be like, I'm not attracted to that person. So if you feel like your husband has a wandering eye and you also are not doing your best to show up as far as like how you present yourself, waking up, doing your hair, taking care of yourself, even outside of your actual appearance, but taking care of yourself like fitness wise, taking care of yourself like what you put in your body, drinking enough water, getting enough nutrients so that your skin looks healthy, you look healthy, your body looks healthy. But yeah, putting on the clothes, even when you're home, finding ways to go from, I got this holy t-shirt on, or I got this stained pajamas on, and I went and got some stuff that I could wear in the house to still look cute and to still look put together. Because the unfortunate thing that happens is a lot of times when we get married, women stop putting in the effort in that area. We put in the effort everywhere else. We're cooking, we're cleaning, we're being loving.
I agree with this.
We're exercising patience sometimes. But we feel like we don't have to appeal anymore to the physical. And that's wrong. Like, that's kind of abusive. That's like a bait and switch. Because if you were doing all those things before and now all of a sudden you're not.
Abusive is nuts. But let's continue.
And then you're simultaneously complaining about this man having a wandering eye, but you're not doing your part. And again, I want to emphasize that if you are showing up in the way that you can and doing everything that you can, and he's still doing that, girl, that's not your problem. That's just like when people say, oh, he's going to cheat anyway. But are you doing your part? Because if you're doing your part and he's still out there cheating, then yeah, that's not your problem. He has a lust problem. You can't control that. You can't fix that. But some of us are putting ourselves in positions where we're making ourselves unapproachable, unattractive, purposely and intentionally ugly, and then we're getting mad when our husbands have wandering eyes or when our husbands don't feel as attracted to us, when you have a lot of control over that situation. So I just wanted to share it here because somebody asked, and I was like, you know what, if one person got that question, a bunch of people got that question. And I'm sorry I offended you, girl, if you see in this video, but that's just my take on it.
Okay, there it is. So let's talk about this for a second. Now, I agree with some of the things she was saying as far as you being home and being comfortable doesn't automatically mean that you're ugly. That doesn't conflate to being ugly. You don't have to have crust in your eyes and look like a bum when you're home. You can still have some sweatpants on and a nice little shirt and look good as a woman. I've seen this a million times. So yeah, you don't have to just go totally bummy when you're home. Yeah, of course, you having pizza stains on your shirt and like a mustard stain on the side of your face, you're not gonna look the most attractive to a man, right? You're kind of gonna look a little weird. But I think it's a lot bigger than that, honestly. I think it's a lot bigger than that, because if you're in the position where you're with a guy and you're living with a guy, I'm gonna tell you something. If I have a girlfriend and she's living with me, I already know the ugliest she can be. I already know the prettiest she can be. So her repetition of being ugly at home isn't really going to bother me that much because I know how pretty she could be. Now, if she gained like 80 pounds or something, like, yeah, that's a little different, right? Because she just literally is changing her anatomy at that point, becoming a different person, right? But if she's just like less made up at home, I mean, I'm going to be honest, ladies, guys don't generally have a problem with that like that. I mean, as long as your body looks the same, we don't really have a problem with that. I'm going to tell you something that she missed. Men naturally look at other women. Oh my God, can you believe I said it? Men naturally look at other women. Every single guy on this planet naturally looks at other chicks. President Obama looks at booty, okay? Sylvester Stallone, Danny DeVito, anybody, name anybody on the face of the planet that was born with a penis. And I'm sorry to tell you, if a hot chick walks by, he's probably gonna look. The Emperor of China, the Pope, well, maybe not the Pope, because you know what, we're gonna leave off that subject. I'm not gonna touch on that. But most every man is just going to look. There's nothing wrong with looking. Now, of course, you delve into the realm of disrespectful if you're out with your girl and you see some booty walk by and you're like, God, I mean, come on, don't do that, bro. If you're gonna sneak a look, sneak the little corner look and just go about your business, bro. It's the same as if you scrolling on Instagram, right? I mean, I'm sure if you're a guy and you've been scrolling on Instagram, you're no stranger to the thirst traps. You see a thirst trap, you see it, you're like, huh, and you scroll right past it. You may even double tap it, but guess what? You scroll right past it. You're not finna be in her inbox like, oh my God, you're the most beautiful. It's not that serious, ladies. It's not that serious. You see, one thing men crave naturally is variety. I don't care how committed in a relationship you're in. Naturally, he wants to go out and be with other women. Naturally. Now, his self-discipline and his humanity is going to stop him from doing that. Every married guy, if you're married right now, you have some form of self-discipline. That self-discipline stops you from cheating. Same as your self-discipline for fitness experts stops them from going to the grocery store and buying an apple pie and ice cream every day and eating it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I mean, guys, it's all about self-discipline. But every man has that internal lust. You see, the thing about attraction for men is men are 100% attracted to what we see. Women, on the other hand, get attracted to a guy based on other attributes. You know, he may have a lot of money, which may be attractive. Funniness is attractive. I don't care how funny a woman is, no matter how funny a woman is, it doesn't make her more attractive. I don't care. But it doesn't work like that with us, okay? Women can find us funny and that can make us be more attractive to them. For men, it's gonna be 100% how they look. Okay, I'll give you an example. If a couple is laying on a beach, right? Say a husband and a wife is laying on the beach, and then a woman with huge jugs walks by and starts rubbing sunscreen oil on herself. The guy may get aroused. Unbeknownst to him, unbeknownst to his self-will, he may just get aroused. His body can't do anything about that, right? Now, if a bodybuilder guy walked by and started like, I don't know, flexing or something, in the sight path of the wife, Would the wife get aroused? Probably not. She may just say, oh, there's a swole dude or a muscular dude, but she's not going to get aroused. It takes more than sheer sight to get women aroused, okay? And this is why men look at videos like pornography and all that stuff, right? And women read romance novels, okay? I'm sure you guys have heard this before. There's a reason why women get turned on up here, okay? Men get turned on right here in the eyes, okay? We are visual. Women are mental, okay? This is why, some of these girls that have worked with guys over the years, co-workers that they were repulsed by at first, but they just kept being around them, right? He grew on her. She saw his charm. She saw how funny he was. It didn't matter that he was 5'3" and drove a Volkswagen Passat and, he only ate SpaghettiOs. It didn't matter because guess what? She grew in attraction. Now, fellas, I don't care how long we're around a chick. She cannot grow to be attractive to us. Okay, if she's ugly, if she's busted, if she's a grenade, she will forever be the grenade. You're forever gonna see her as the grenade, no matter how funny she is, charming she is, whatever. All these attributes that matter to women when they're looking at men, they don't really matter to us. The only thing we look at is attraction. So this is the big point that she missed. Men are naturally attracted to varieties of women. Okay. I'll say that again. Men are naturally attracted to a different variety of women, no matter what man you're with. Okay? In his head, if he could have his world of worlds, I guarantee you, he would have a variety of women. We don't live in that type of society. We don't live in that type of culture where it's acceptable to have like 10 girlfriends. So of course, come on, guys are not going to be doing this. But I'm just saying, okay, every guy in the back of his head, he likes variety. This is why men look at other women. This is why, your man may have a wandering eye. Now, I agree with one thing. Try not to disrespect your woman, right? And no, I don't think liking a girl's picture on Instagram is disrespectful. If your girl thinks liking somebody's pictures on Instagram is disrespectful, you should probably leave her, bro. That's going to be a hard relationship for you, dog, because she's already bossing you around. But no, if you see a woman walking and you're with your girl or your wife and you're just like, oh my God, like, come on, bro, that's disrespectful. You're going to make her feel insecure. You're going to cause a whole thing. Chill with that, of course. And I think that's the type of stuff that this young lady was talking about. But no, most men, if they see a hot piece of booty walk by, their eyes is gonna follow. Old men, young men, everybody, all of us, even the women too. The women be looking at booty. How they not gonna expect us to look at booty and they be looking at booty? Like, come on, what kind of sense does that make, man? Come on. But anyway, like I said, it's natural. Don't think you're a terrible guy because when booty walks by, you look. Who cares, man? You're human, dog. You're human. And that's something ladies need to realize too. Your husband is human. He craves variety, but at the same time, he has self-control. This is what makes us society. This is what makes you a gentleman. That self-control, that diligence to not swerve out of your lane and not half step on your wife or your girlfriend, okay? Like I said, if you watch any of my prior videos, I disagree with cheating. I think you should just be upfront with people. Be upfront with the woman. Give her a chance to leave if she wants to. And plus, if you cheat, that means you're scared of consequences of something. As a man, you should never be scared of another person's consequences for you, especially a woman. But anyway, what do you think about this? Do you think the advice she was given was correct? Or do you think all men just naturally crave variety and that's why men have wandering eyes? If you like what you see, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.